All right, you guys, so I am making us a quick on-the-road shake before we head back to Costco for part 2. If you have not already, be sure to check out last weekend's hit video. You guys have been loving the Costco Eat This, Not That. We're gonna go back because the kids got kind of rambunctious, a little bit fussy, so we had to cut it short. There is a lot more that we want to dive into. We're also gonna go beyond the kale, so to speak, and we're gonna look at like some kitchen appliances and utensils. We get asked a lot about non-toxic options for pots, pans, what's the best blender. Before we head to Costco though, I'm gonna make us a quick shake with our favorite Sun Warrior Vanilla Warrior blend. The #1 biggest no-no is going to the grocery store underfueled. This is the easiest way to slip into temptations, especially at Costco where they have all of those yummy sample stands set up, and it is a recipe for disaster. So make sure you are fueled. One thing I wish that Costco had was a bulk bag of Sun Warrior, but they don't, so we get it online. Long story short, if you guys wanna check out our absolute favorite clean protein, check the link below. There's also a 20% discount code waiting for you guys there. I'm gonna hit the blender and then we're gonna hit the road. So we had a surprising amount of signups for our free healing and body transformation blueprint. It's a 7-day video guide taking you through all the common questions, myths, and concerns about going plant-based. So if you guys have not already checked out that 7-day healing and body transformation blueprint, click below. If you guys like these Costco hauls, these Eat This, Not That style videos, please hit that subscribe button. We would love to have you join the EatMoveRest fam. Give this video a thumbs up. Click that bell to turn on your notifications and leave us some love in the comments below, letting us know which items surprised you most or which you are most excited to grab for yourself. Here we are, guys, back at Costco. First stop, the supplement section, a very popular item. Don't hurt me, but I'm gonna say it. I am not a fan of AG1, and here's why. Plain and simple, there are dozens of different nutrients within, but such minuscule amounts of each one that it's not enough to be clinically significant. So when we're looking at something like reishi or ashwagandha, it sounds nice on the package, but it's simply not enough to receive the benefit that is purported from said superfood. Because it's a proprietary blend, there's no way to know exactly how much of each ingredient is actually in AG1. You'd be much better off just stacking a handful of critical nutrients, throwing them into your smoothie along with a concentrated greens powder. I'm gonna say it again, this is one of the reasons we're fans of Sun Warrior. Their super greens is exactly that. I love a good electrolyte pack, especially in the heat of Florida. But grabbing the top name brand here, I'm immediately noticing the first ingredient is cane sugar, so it's a no-go. And it's followed by many other unpronounceable things and synthetic vitamins. Yet again, this is another one that we prefer to get from Sun Warrior. I see this one a lot on social media, and at a glance, it looks pretty good, but at the end it does have natural flavors and citric acid. Looking at the multivitamins, I did find the Kirkland brand, which is USDA organic and no synthetic vitamins. So this is all sourced from whole foods, which is what I always look for. So this would definitely be a great pick in the supplement section. Buy this, not that. So gummies are the least absorbable form of multis, which these are, and the first ingredient is corn syrup and then sugar. Don't take this and don't take this either. I used to seek out the fiber supplements like it was going out of style. Instead, when I switched to a whole food plant-based diet, shopped the produce section, I never looked at grams of fiber on a package ever again. In fact, I wasn't eating very many packaged foods at all. So you definitely won't need these if you're on a plant-based diet. On that note, we shouldn't need to be taking natural dairy digestive supplements. If dairy is causing you a gut ache, that's normal and natural. We aren't designed to be drinking or consuming dairy from other animals.
Eat this, not that. The reason we can't put down things like nuts is because they're salted, they're sugary. This, however, is one ingredient, organic, raw cashews. And I'm also looking across the aisle at some organic sprouted pumpkin seeds, which are another great buy. The reason we like to see sprouted, like last week we talked about our sprouted rolled oats, it's easier for your digestive system. A lot of people talk about anti-nutrients, and we talk about soaking and sprouting your beans, your grains, your seeds, your nuts, all these things. If you can buy it sprouted, major plus. Also more nutrient dense.
Eat this, not that. If you're looking for a sweet treat, especially for the kiddos, for on the go, these are single ingredient. So we've got organic mango and organic pineapple. They're so good, our kids devour them. On the other hand, this packaging tries to lure you in with the fruit on the front and the side telling you what they don't contain, which is gluten-free, gelatin-free, no colors from artificial sources, excellent source of vitamin C. But upon further investigation, the first ingredient is corn syrup, then sugar, modified cornstarch, and the list goes on and on. Too many things that we don't approve of. We rounded the corner and the organic label caught my eye. Definitely tempting, but still not great ingredients. They're loaded with sugar and other not good stuff. Now these are another good pick. They're not organic, so they'd probably be my second pick, but simple single ingredients. We've got apples and strawberries, apples and mangoes, apples and blueberries. For some reason, whenever I see this brand, I'm always excited and hopeful, but no organic label and lots of tapioca syrup, cane sugar, canola oil, brown rice flour. This brand is organic, but same thing. Last week we mentioned, rather than buying store-bought granola bars, simply buy your single ingredient, buy your dates, buy your rolled oats, buy your hemp seeds, your chia seeds, make your own little snacks at home.
Looking at the protein powders, this is a big one. Everybody seems to use a protein powder. This is the protein powder, this gold standard. I used to buy this stuff in high school from GNC. I don't even know if GNC is still around. Full of junk, unfortunately. It's also whey protein, so again, it's not vegan. This one actually seems legit. It's vegan, orgain, but there is quite a few ingredients. This brand actually also asks us to collab all the time. They're always sending us emails and wanting us to promote their products, but there's just some weird ingredients, too many ingredients. So again, we say definitely don't buy this. This is a better and a plant-based option, and it's organic, so it's good, I'll say, but I'm still gonna say buy Sun Warrior. We love it. It's raw, it's organic, all the best things. We actually use it. So I would say don't eat this. Don't eat this either. Get Sun Warrior instead. Now we're in a very tempting aisle, the chip aisle. These are organic, these are not, but I'm gonna say don't buy these instead. These are made with avocado oil. These are made with seed oils, sunflower and canola. So again, they're organic, but you don't want those nasty seed oils. I would rather get these non-GMO, super healthy and delicious chips made instead with avocado oil. These I actually really do want. They're not perfect, but they are organic plantain chips, organic green plantains, organic palm oil, and sea salt. So palm oil, not a huge fan of, obviously. Otherwise, they're simple ingredients, they're organic, they're fruit, it's awesome. I'd probably snack on these over any of the potato chips. Eat this, not that. This jarred marinara has 7 grams of fat in just a half a cup. 42 grams in the whole jar, that's nuts. That's not even that much sauce. I feel like I could eat that much sauce, way too much fat. So yes, I buy canned diced tomatoes, canned and jarred tomato paste, but Kirkland right here actually makes like single ingredient and organic options for all of those, for your pastas, your pasta sauces. So I would be buying these in bulk. Because Erin and I don't cook with oil, these are definitely a better option. I can make my own spaghetti sauces as opposed to buying, you know, the jar of marinara that has everything in there, but it almost always has oil. And I feel like you get a lot more bang for your buck this way. And canned black beans that are organic. We just talked about how we like to soak and sprout our beans, our chickpeas, and we do that for the most part. But let's say we've got family in town like my mom just was. We're making a big Chipotle bar for everybody at home. I'll crack a couple cans of black beans. They're delicious, they're healthy, they're like 2 ingredients. Water, black beans, so good. goodbye.
I would pass on this and pass on that, and here's why. So these are both organic, pretty clean, straightforward ingredients. There are a couple of juice concentrates later down the line. They do start off pretty strong. For this one, organic apple, organic strawberry, organic apple puree concentrate. For this one, banana, strawberry, apple, and then water, and then pineapple concentrate, and it goes on a little bit. At the end, it has camu camu, which, if you don't know, is the berry that contains the most vitamin C on the planet. But it only contains 4% vitamin C per pouch. I feel like the nutrient content of these pasteurized fruit purees are a little bit questionable, but in a pinch, they will definitely get the job done for your kids. They're a lot cleaner than many of the other options. But if I had to pick, I'd just blend my own really quick smoothie at home. You can actually buy the reusable washable pouches on Amazon. We have tons of them. The kids like to even just drink water out of them, which is a total mess, but it definitely adds more nutrition to blend fresh or frozen at home. So I can proudly say I've never tried these, but they exist. The Beyond Burger. So I think one of the common questions that we always get is, where do you get your protein? A lot of times, especially when you're transitioning from the standard American diet or transitioning off of animal products, the first place you look is the mock meats, the Beyond Burgers, the Impossible Burgers, but they are loaded with ingredients that are just not great for your health. So if you're looking for protein alternatives outside of animal products, rather than looking to the processed packaged mock meats and the breaded fried options, what I would actually recommend doing is checking out the recipes in our meal planner and recipe app and our cookbook. We have an epic black bean veggie burger, we've got chickpea patties, we've got meatless meatballs utilizing lentils, one of our favorite plant protein sources. So as you're shopping Costco, buy your lentils, your whole grains, and your beans in bulk, and rest assured you'll be getting plentiful protein. Beyond Burger, not that bad of an option if you're transitioning and you need a stepping stone to get there. Definitely better than your McDonald's burger. However, the first thing we're reaching for is to look at how many grams of protein are in the patties, and sometimes we overlook that there's actually 14 grams of fat in that patty and it's 230 calories. So that is pretty dense.
You guys hear the kids? Oh my gosh, this is absolute chaos.
You look good today.
Oh, well, thank you. You like...
Pretty.
So now we are in the refrigerated yogurt aisle. So I would say eat this, not that. So this is a plant-based, so dairy-free alternative to this one. This one contains whole milk, which is not so great for most people's digestive tracts, especially little ones. And it contains cane sugar, other things that aren't so great, natural flavors. This one, on the other hand, is fantastic, and it contains probiotic cultures. We've got apple, cherry, coconut milk, sunflower, beet, elderberry juice, probiotic cultures, lemon juice. So really good stuff here.
Eat this or this. These are both good options, but don't eat any of the rest of the bread in this entire aisle. This is Dave's Killer Bread. It's not our favorite, but it's a good option. This is some super clean organic sourdough bread, another good option. However, our favorite bread is the frozen Ezekiel bread. Definitely buy that. But if you're at Costco, I would say either one of these are good. So you can usually find the Ezekiel bread in the frozen aisle, which is a good sign because it molds quickly, which is another good sign because it's super duper fresh, it's flourless, it's made with super good ingredients. Again, that will rot fast. So keep it in the freezer, definitely in the fridge.
So let's say you're having a gathering, you've already got your chips that you're not typically snacking on, right guys? You're with me? So if you're wanting some good dip options in a pinch, they've got a great organic hummus. It is not oil-free, however, it's pretty minimal and it's overall really solid. And these little snack size avocado packs, really great for school lunches. I'd probably opt to make my own of both, especially avocado mash or guac. But these are really solid options. I love me some sauerkraut. This is something I haven't tackled on my own from scratch at home. If you guys have any tips for me, please drop them in the comments. This is fantastic for your gut health. I put it on all of my salads. I love it in sandwiches. You gotta get yourself some of this.
All right, you guys, if you're like us and you love Thai food, I'm gonna say buy this protein option and not this one. This, number one, is chicken. We've been on a plant-based diet for a long time, so we would never get it anyway. Besides that, it's got a ton of ingredients like everything else we've pointed out. It's tofu, one ingredient, organic soybeans, We're gonna get this. This is actually a 4-pack. Amazing buy. We've never got this before. Can't wait to take it home. Be sure to read the labels.
Hang on. All right, now let's touch on some household products. First stop. Let's talk about cooktops, surfaces that you're cooking your food on. Many of them contain forever chemicals, PFOA, PFAS. Mainly non-stick is no bueno. So instead, the types of coatings or surfaces we want to look for are stainless steel, cast iron, or ceramic coated, like this griddle. We have one at home just like it for making our oil-free pancakes. They don't stick because the ceramic coated surface works perfectly and it's non-tox.
Love this wooden cutting board. I made my own cutting boards for years. In fact, we still use them in the house. Definitely do not want to be chopping your food on plastic cutting boards. Wood is better, lasts forever. Right down here is also cast iron pans that I seriously love. I feel like these are like manly things, so that's why Aaron gave me the mic for this one. But seriously, a good wooden cutting board and a good cast iron pan, you can't go wrong with. Lodge is a legit American-made brand. I've looked at these before. Cool thing about these is that you actually do consume and get some dietary iron when you cook on a cast iron pan. So super cool, this is legit. Moving on from the cast iron, you've got Green Pan, which is a legit brand, a stainless steel cooking pan down there, or this is my pick. This is Henkel's all stainless steel tri-ply cookware. It's a whole set for like 220 bucks, really good buy. You would never need to buy another pan. This is gonna last you a lifetime and you can cook whatever you want. That's pretty much what we got when we got married and still have to this day. Last but not least for cooking, you guys, this is a whole knife set for 170 bucks and they're seriously good quality. I'm looking at just one knife, chef knives, that cost more than this, but this is a steal. You want to look for German or Japanese knives. So this is funny because it's got a Japanese name, but they're actually German, really legit. I would go for this too.
Two more things. When you are storing your food, especially hot food, we want to steer clear of plastic. So these actually are glass. That's our preferred choice for food storage. They have a plastic lid, but your food's not touching that part. So always look for glass. The electric tea kettle. We have not owned a microwave in over a decade. So if you need to warm your tea or your beverage, get one of these puppies. They work so well. All glass. All right, bringing it full circle, we could not find the blender we were looking for here. We were looking for a Vitamix, which is our top pick, which a lot of times you can find them deeply discounted at Costco's. But we did find the NutriBullet, how we started this video. This is our top pick for single serving size smoothies and blends because it holds out. It really works, it's really powerful. You can make thick, creamy, nice cream consistency smoothies or really watered down shakes like we do before our workouts. All right, you guys, if you enjoyed part 2 of our Costco Eat This, Not That, give this video a thumbs up. Please hit that subscribe button. It helps our channel out so much. We would love to have you be a part of the EatMoveRest fam. Click that bell to turn on notifications and leave us some love in the comments below and let us know what you're most excited to try or if you have any other Costco hot tips. Do not forget to utilize all of the resources laid out for you in the description, including 20% off Sun Warrior and our free 7-day blueprint to get you on your feet and running on this plant-based diet and lifestyle. Until next time, eat, move, rest, your best. Bye guys.